Good morning and welcome. I had planned to do a vlog more often in the new year, so here I am back trying to keep my resolution. And I had my things that I had purchased lately to share with you and explain the whys and wherefores. But a few of my subbies have asked me whether or not this book that I discussed in the first vlog of the year was something that they could, let's just say, trust to watercolor in. So, I'm going to review what the book publisher says. The choice of art materials you can use for coloring is very wide. Oil-based, wax-based, and water-soluble colored pencils all give great results. You can use them dry, blend them with your fingers or a paper stump, or dilute them with water or oil or water for the water-soluble pencils. However, whatever medium you choose, you can derive many hours of enjoyment. Now, I'm going to do a swatch so that we can find out whether or not this is indeed truth to tell. So, I've gotten out, as you can see, some watercolors, a couple of brushes. I've sprayed the watercolors, and I've picked this tulip because I think we can see most easily what the experiment yields, if anything. It is quite hard, I think, to sometimes to take the word of these books at face value, so let's exactly give it the test. Now, I'm going to turn this on its side because, as I said, this is an experiment. And now, what can I know what I can put up there. This heavy little puppy. Okay, so, and my water is right here, my paper, and we're off to the races. I'm also going to try some watercolor pencils. It says in the fine print that that's what I'm going to do. Oh, I know where they're hiding. In with the watercolor supplies. That makes sense, Carol. So, okay, now we have everything for our experiment. I'm going to start with a lightish green. I'm not particularly interested in the color, but I thought I'd give it a try. Let's do this area as an undercoat, and this is a Derwent watercolor pencil. Now that should be over this side. Okay, and up along here, and here. Okay, that's that green. Let's go to, let's try a shade darker. Okay, I believe we're going to go to this one. And we're going to put some of this green here, right under So, we have two shades of the green, and let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens to the paper is actually the issue. Now I'm not using a soaking brush, but there's definitely water on it because it is moving this watercolor pencil. Okay, now let's come over here and put on some background yellow color up here. This is quite yellow in this area and quite yellow in here. And we have some yellow striping happening here. So, let's see about moving this. And yes, it is moving. And I'm reporting so far, very little buckling. And that would be the issue. And that would be the issue. That would now it looks as though we have a kind of a mauve color. Don't have too many choices here. Let's see what we can do. Now I'm putting that on areas that are already damp. And I don't think we have too many other choices. No. Okay. Now let's see what happens now. If we can and yes, we're getting some paper buckling, but I'm not going to make a decision until I dry it and see what happens. Let's see, we can add some more. Now, while we're waiting to see what happens with this, let's have a little bit of sap green. Let's do a try. Let's start out with some sap green here. And I'm going to, I want to darken that a bit, so let's add Let's add some dark here. Now that was a lot of water, so let's see if we can get the line out of there without making the paper break down. And I'm going to change the some of the colors on this tulip, because this is just an experiment. I want to see what happens if I use my cadmium red here and I want to really darken this throat up here. Let's have some good old undersea green here, put on rather forcefully. Now let me look. Yes, there, of course, there is some water coming through. Where I use more of it. Very, very little under the penciled area. So let's dry this now. Get my water glass out of the way. Because it would be a serious calamity. That's a full glass. I dry on both sides with watercolor because I want to equalize the top down and bottom up, and that usually helps to straighten out paper. So let's have a look. We have definitely got some reaction on the paper. not as much as I would have expected for a for water. The parts done with the pencil are doing better, of course, because I used less water. And yet, all in all, if this was put under a heavy book for a while, it might probably straighten out. I don't know, but this is the experiment that a lot of you wanted to decide about and decide whether or not they were representing their book correctly. So, it certainly allows the watercolors to work. Well, there's an experiment, because some of you are curious, and now we all kind of have an idea, and we can make our decision. So let me get back to my. I had to do some shopping yesterday, and I had a Christmas gift card left over, and decided to put it to good use and purchase a few things that I did need, and a couple that were, well, sometimes a girl has to do what a girl has to do. So the first thing that I found in Hobby Lobby was this white yarn, because as you might or might not realize, I'm making my a white journal, and I wanted to be able to tie some things and add some white to it, and sometimes lace just doesn't make it, so I treated myself to this white yarn, which is delicious, and the price was right, and I can also, I'm going to try if spraying this and see if I can change some of the colors, but the point of this was to have white. So that's for the white journal. This I found in Walmart, and there again it's a American Flour Sack 2 towels, but I expected it to be a lot rougher than this. This is really very nice feeling fabric. So I thought, my, this would stamp, this would tear when I got this seam off, but this would have many good uses. Nice wafted weave and on here, and the threads are obvious. Oh, I just thought, let me see. If nothing else, it can always be turned into a group of cleanup cloths for art. But that was a good find. As you can see over here, I treated myself to a bigger issue, because my white journal has taught me that heavier paper works on this small baby, and it's not so much the size, it's the strength of this goodie, the cutter. Even though I went to the titanium blade, which does do better cutting heavy acrylic paper, heavy 240-pound watercolor paper, 140-pound watercolor paper, 240-pound acrylic paper, and some chipboard was not a great joy using that. So I treated myself, because I have seen many of you use different gadgets, but most of you use this one, and so I put that in the category of necessary. And I had a 50% coupon, so the price was right. Let me put that down in my file box, also known as the floor. I'm making that white, my new white journal, using binder rings, and I wanted to, I was going to buy a package of pre-made reinforcements, but look what I found. This will allow me to use heavyweight cardstock and even have it colored and just work and actually blend in with the page. So I walked around the aisle a little bit and thought about it, and decided that this was the mitigating factor, and it'll be worth it to me to apply a little bit of glue. Now that I have this glue with this super fine tip, it will not be that much of a problem. So this was a gift to the White Journal, and many to come. I needed, believe it or not, a small, ordinary round punch, so here it is. That was that goodie. Hobby Lobby had a very complete line of Distress Oxide, and I didn't have a turquoise, so I treated myself to that one. Now these I have seen used on the front of journals, and they are just delightful. And so this also was a treat to my journaling. Let's see now what we have in here. There's one of those little circle. There it is, all gone. Okay, so now we have a second layer, and this just absolutely tends to make me talk to myself. Why don't we use a little bit more plastic? So these are cool, so they must be metal. And I just thought the design of these was very pretty, and there's plenty of places to glue them down. And so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 6 of them. So that was a good find, and I did not find, I had not seen them in the Michaels stores that were more local to me. I hadn't seen them in Joann. I hadn't seen, well, I found them in Hobby Lobby. I was running low on my white cardstock, and I wanted at least 65 or 70 pound stock, and so this is to replenish, and these two back to Walmart. I had showed you in the last vlog, let me get one out, that I found these. In my last visit, and these are just scored, and they are beautiful, and they, whoops, and they fold a treat. And I was, for some reason, I didn't look any further, and so that was my last Walmart trip. And then I went back and I looked, and this is Southworth Specialty. It's in the area in Walmart where they keep the paper for photography papers, and so forth. That particular area. And I looked at this and I said, tags. Oh, okay. And then I noticed that the measurement was 2 1/8 by 3 inches. So I said, so if it's as nice as the trifold, It will be nice indeed. And each one of these is 2. Let's see how easily they come out. Let's get that out of the way, Carol. Let's see how easily they come out of here. This is rather heavy paper. I'm believing, oh yes, there it goes. I'm believing that because the paper is heavy, oh, stupido, Carol. Look what we have here. Look what we have here. Now it's nice and heavy. Sometimes I scare myself when I act this thick. And there were 3. There were the trifolds, the tags, and then I said, card sleeves. Oh, okay now. This also well. What have we here? Well, it wouldn't make sense for them to be, no it wouldn't. It wouldn't make sense at all. This company says that it's been in business since 1839. Alrighty now. Maybe they were in business that long because of the quality. The quality of their merchandise. Now I'm fussy, so I would take those away, but I will fold that and remove that and this. Now I should have started this fold before I removed the glue, but here we go down, nice and carefully, and carefully. And, all right, where did I hide it? Here we go. Ready to contain a tag, and there is even room in here for some embellishments on that tag. Oh my. That was a fun find in Walmart. Who would have believed it? Not I, said Carol. So, let me move some of these goodies. out of the way, down to my horizontal file. And let's see what else we have here. Oh yes, in Hobby Lobby I found these. They were 2 for 1. So I purchased these because the price of the tool would not rationalize my my buying it. So there are 25 pieces in each. This Walmart find, and these tiny little binder clips for my white journal, and any other. It's absolutely knows there must be a red light outside letting us know that I'm home and I'm videoing. I'll be right back. Thankfully, my studio is right up in the front of the house, and the front door is not too many miles away, or I wouldn't have heard that knock if I certainly was in the back of this house. I won't start again about people that don't know about doorbells. What else? Oh yes, also in Walmart, this goodie. I have 2 of them already, and I just got this one, and they are handy dandy. You get the larger box and the little puppies here for things like this. They just work a treat for my needs. I wanted to let you know about that. Then we're back in Michael's now. See, I'm taking you all around the mulberry bush. I know that many people use Tim Holtz products, and Hobby Lobby has quite an extensive collection. So I treated myself to these because of the look. Oh my, I see why that you all use them, but oh my. White journal. Very nice. So I added that to my collection, and you do know that I needed more paper. No question about it. All right, I'm going to put that over there so that I do not forget. And my only treat to myself of the day was this now there has to be a better way to sneak into this packaging, and I do, because as you can see I'm so handy. I do tend to cut myself on this stuff. It's like glass. I think I'm in. Yes. Yes. I chose this because of that. Laying layers. It just stopped me because I could see the possibilities, and these are not small. And this was also a 50% coupon. That always works such a treat when you take your husband with you. He gets to take this through the checkout. So, my treat of the day. And still in the Tim Holtz section, I discovered these, which I'm sure everybody knows about. Well, since I've started junk journaling. Oh Lord, this is fine and delicious. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, yes, yes. Ah, yes, I can see. Whoa, I can see why Tim Holtz's products sell so well. Oh, Lord, that feels good. As you can tell, I'm a very tactile person with paper. This, I've also noticed that there are fabrics, but I don't see them around. And if any of you know where I can find fabrics that look anything like this, I think I would. I think I would have died and gone to heaven. Now this, I don't know, is packed specially. Let's check this little. And oh, it's so easy to get into this package. I love it. I saw the birdie, and that was the end for me. Let's see. Oh, and it says birdie. Oh, Lord, I'm not the only crazy woman in the world. Oh, 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 my, my. Birdie darling. Oh. Yes. So, I'm so happy that I had that gift card. My dearest, dearest husband knows, rather than give me a gift card so that I can buy junk journaling goodies. Well, let me clear up some of this. You don't need to look at my mess. I do hope that you have enjoyed sharing, but I'm not quite finished. I almost forgot one thing. Let's put this and this over here and get this out of the way so that you can see what's happening. Now, alrighty. When we were on vacation, I found these books that I had in the 80s. I just absolutely love them. This is the only three that this woman, Michelle Cleese, wrote about Ophelia. This is Ophelia. And over the years, I, decided that I had to cut down on my libraries, particularly when we moved to this house. So I made the decision that these books could move on. Somebody else could appreciate them. Or the memoirs of a Parisian shop girl, please. So I found these in a beautiful antique shop, and I almost had palpitations because I'm a book and paper lover. And the covers are in beautiful condition. Look at the price of books like this in the 80s. You wouldn't see that anymore. So, I found my Ophelia again. And this is there is literally a story involved in this. This is Snuffy and Monsieur Ritz. And this is Snuffy. But you always have to look for Monsieur Ritz because he's the mouse. Well, as I said, it is delightfully done. There are double-page spreads. And this is Ricky Jean and Monsieur Ritz in a cage. And these are, as you can imagine, these are part of her collection of Steiff antique Steiff teddies. And Ophelia with feathers. Oh, I'm going to do a journal featuring teddies. That's Conrad, and this is Mona Lisa. This Steiff Teddy has absolutely had her feathers worn off the chenille on the body, but this, her rompers pulling up, shoes, antique shoes, Mona Lisa. You cannot be miserable and look at Mona Lisa. So, I found these gorgeous books, and just the illustrations alone are worth the trying to find for any of us who are interested in this sort of carte orange. Just the little illustrations. She had quite a world-class and extensive collection, and all of these bits and bobs that are here were part of Michelle Cleese's. There's Ophelia in black. The girl had a wardrobe, and all of those are antique doll clothes. So that was Ophelia's World, was the first issue, the first edition. Now Ophelia goes to Japan. There she is, getting ready for her voyage. Just the setup for these photos on board the ship can bring joy. And here we have a someone in, I'm thinking that might be Conrad, in a Japanese kimono. More. And more. It was like having popcorn. You couldn't stop with these books. You just waited. You just waited. Dolls, antique dolls. You just waited for the next issue to come out. And she did 3. And the third was English Adventure. You can tell just by looking. For some reason, it says it without the haunting of Bruin's house. Okay, here we go. A very, very old antique Steiff dog. Well played with. Picture of a house. Strange occurrences in the attic. Well, if you have a big... Oh, there's the crew. I wonder if he's there. No, I guess they left. They didn't take the little mouse with them on the trip. And I read these books, and Edwina tells a ghost story. You can see that this brought back happy memories. Ricky's Foolish Purchase. The Big Day. Alrighty, I thought you might enjoy seeing, and this is just, there's Ricky and Zenobia Onassis, excuse me, and Conrad and Ophelia and Aunt Vita. And after a while, these become as real as it's possible to get. So, this is a share, and these, particularly the first one, will be coming along in a journal, just because it's going to make me completely happy. And here is my last share of the morning. I found this book at a antique shop here in Jacksonville, and the woman just said, you know, she just dropped that price because after all the cover was off, and I thought, okay now. And lovely. Rose Leaves, Couples in Leon and Company. And isn't this book just asking how roses came red? Song of the Rose, Rose Leaves, how this just came to be. It was meant. All I immediately saw was a journal. I'm going to use it, the covers, and probably not do a thing to them. And I also learned from Gail Agostinelli that if you use the rubber eraser that you use for removing your watercolor masking, it works nicely on this, and I'm going to give it a try, but that's as much as I'm going to do. So then, while doing all of these things and jumping off the deep end into my white journal, I don't forget these pages are part of a reverse collage that I did, and wouldn't they work nicely? And these pages were part of that reverse collage. And then while I was looking for pages for my white journal, I found this, and the color there couldn't be better. And this was in the same place, could not be better. And then I remembered that I had this. So, Diary of a Rose Lover. And isn't this just something? A watercolor rose study? Won't this just turn into a beautiful, beautiful rose journal? Well, as you can see, my new world is making me about as happy as it's possible to get. And I'm hoping that someone might enjoy having this. That is, if I have enough character to let it go after I make it, but I think I will. If you have enjoyed this vlog, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share with a friend, and I would appreciate your subscribing to my channel, because after the white journal, I think I'll have a change of pace. I think Ophelia, a journal that I will name Ophelia, will come next, and then probably roses. So I would like for you to leave comments in which you ask questions like one of my subbies did, asking about whether or not the book, the coloring book, would really handle watercolor. And I thought it was something that I had to think about, so I went and got the book down, and we did a little swatch. These are ways that I can help you, and that's what I'm all about. So, bye for now.